Welcome to Grateful Greens. You're out in the greenhouse with me right now. We're in a building that's approximately about 20,000 square feet. We grow in a type of system that's called nutrient film technique, or kind of fancy for just saying the nutrients and oxygen are already mixed into the water, and these plants are being fed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This type of growing allows us to do a lot of plants in a very small footprint. We have approximately in this 20,000 square foot greenhouse about 31,000 plants. This type of growing allows us to be able to take a plant vegetatively from start to finish very quickly as opposed to being outside. And that's mainly because when these plants are in the system, the roots are actually just dangling down in the tray and are being fed a very mild fertilizer solution with just a little bit of water constantly flowing past the roots. That water's got a lot of oxygen in it, so the plants are getting everything that they need right at the root zone, so they can spend all their energy on growing vegetatively really quickly. From a business standpoint, I really consider each one of these holes that plants are growing in kind of like a little apartment space, and each one of them pays rent. So if they're not being occupied as a business owner, I'm not doing my job, so we try to keep every hole in here as being occupied by some type of plant. See, as you're walking around, or if you're in here, you'll see all different types of leaf lettuces and different types of mixes that we put in our spring mix. That might be something spicy like a watercress to something like an arugula or different types of mustards. We try to use a lot of different flavors and textures in different colors, so we can really have something that's very presentable on a plate. When you first walk in, our first house is nothing but like sweet basil. We do a little bit of Thai basil, opal basil, and we're starting to get into some lemon and lime basil. We are trialing some Claytonia. We do have a little bit of red and green purslane that we're growing as well, more for garnishing. We do a lot of edible flowers. Some of those are grown indoors during the summer, some of those are done outdoors, just really depending on the temperatures. For us, we're kind of across the board, anything from nasturtiums to an abutilon, which kind of looks like a little bit like a hibiscus. In the flower, it's a flowering maple, so the leaves look more like a maple leaf. We do a lot of baby roses, violas, snapdragons, dianthus, any of the herbs that are flowering. So if you have chive blossoms or thyme, oregano, sage, any of those that are blooming for us, we use those blooms as well. Outdoors, we're doing stuff like balloon flowers. We're doing the butterfly bush. We're doing some of the Szechuan buttons, which are like, they're also called a toothache plant. Those are kind of more of a novelty kind of type item. We do many marigolds. We do one that's called a tangerine gem. That the foliage of the tangerine gem is kind of something that, like, once you kind of brush up against the foliage, puts off a really strong like tangerine, almost like you've just like peeled back an orange. When you're talking about harvesting upwards of 31,000 plants a month, and we've only got 5 to 6 employees, I mean, we're talking about, you know, only harvesting Monday through Friday, so we're doing anything from 15 to 1,800 plants a day when we harvest, and those are all getting packaged up in different types of packaging depending on what the products are. So as you kind of walk around throughout the greenhouse, you'll see different things in different sizes and shapes. There again, it's kind of just done for us, so we have different things for mixes and different varieties for people to have. Thank you so much for coming out to see us at Grateful Greens today. I hope you had an enjoyable time. Any of the items you've seen today, you can contact any one of the sales reps at Creation Gardens. All those items are distributed through them.